Hey everyone, it's Riley. Welcome back to my channel for some really doable bullet journal themes that you can use in the month of August or really any other month. So as you guys likely know, on my channel, I'm really a huge fan of just making bullet journaling not intimidating, because it's not supposed to be intimidating. It should just really serve your life well. So it should be really practical. If you need it for productivity, it should be productive. If you want to just be creative, go ahead and do that. But basically what I want to do with this video is just give you a few different theme ideas that I think anyone can do. So you don't need tons of supplies, just like basic markers, a black pen, whatever. I have some basic things linked in the description if you're interested. You also don't need tons of time. All of these cover pages take less than 10 minutes to put together. And you also don't need tons of like natural artistic ability. I personally don't think I'm super like artistic. I don't really make elaborate things. I just like to doodle. And so if you like to doodle and you're not afraid to maybe make a mistake and have to try it again, I hope that some of these themes will really spark your interest. So in today's video, I'll be doing 3 different themes, and what I'm going to do is just set up the cover page for these themes, and then you can take the same fonts, colors, doodles, whatever, and apply them to whatever monthly pages you like to use. So I like to use like a monthly tasks page and a calendar page. Some people might like a habit tracker or a mood tracker or a place to write down gratitude, something like that. So those pages are not included in this video. I just wanted to share a cover page, and then you can take those doodles and use them throughout your whole journal. So grab your supplies and let's get started. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments which of these themes is your favorite. And if you do enjoy content like this, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and join me here. All right, so for the first August theme, I'm gonna do this little ice cream cone theme that I did in a recent custom bullet journal. So this one's more pastel-y. So I'm going to use some of my tombos here. I've got 772 and 533 that I'll be using as kind of the main colors. And as you guys probably know if you've watched some of these videos before, I do not like going in first with pencil or even pen. I just like to go straight in with marker and do my outlining later. So I'm going to start off by drawing just like a scoop of ice cream. And for my page, I kind of want my ice cream cone to be on an angle here. So I've got the round top and then sort of a wavy bottom of the scoop. And I'm just going to color that all in. And then I'm going to layer it. So I'm going to make it look as though there's a scoop of blue ice cream underneath. So kind of cut off that top part. But aside from that, the doodle is the same. And then for the cone, I'm going to take a very light tan color. This is 990, and just draw like a triangle here. And then this part's optional. I mean, literally everything is optional. This is color 992, and I'm just adding in kind of like a waffle sort of design, just loosely over top. So that's kind of the gist of my doodle here. Now I'm going to take a fine liner. This is a size 02, and I will have all my supplies linked down below, and I'm going to outline. But what I decided to do with this little ice cream doodle in the most recent bullet journal that I made was to actually just do like kind of a dashed outline, like leave little gaps in the line. I feel like it just makes it look kind of gentler, you know, less like a harsh outline around the whole thing, which I kind of like for this doodle. So that's what I'm doing here. Just outlining, but leaving little gaps. So next what I want to do is take my white gel pen, and this is a game changer with themes like this that are super simple. You can just take this and kind of spice it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna add some sort of wavy designs to the pink scoop of ice cream, and then maybe some dotted designs to the blue scoop. But you can of course do whatever you want. So that's the bulk of like the theme here, what I actually want to show you. And obviously this is super like versatile. If you wanted to do a bunch of ice cream cones, you can. If you want to do like one huge ice cream cone in the middle of the page, you totally can. If you want to add extra sort of little things like this, you can definitely do that too. But I've got my main doodle here, and then I'm just going to go in and make the title for August. So for this one, I'm gonna do my title over here and kind of stack the lettering for August. I'm not gonna do stacked calligraphy but I'm gonna do more like my own August theme, which I will link above, except for in different colors, obviously. So I've got Aug on the top, and then I'll stack the rest underneath. So that obviously was really quick. This literally took me about 4 minutes to put together. It is also pretty minimal. I'm gonna add a little bit of washi tape to the bottom and the top to kind of balance the page out a little bit. Like I said, you could add other things. You can draw a bunch of ice cream cones, you can do one big one, you can add a border around this, change up the heading, whatever you want, but I'm just gonna go in with some washi tape from the washi tape shop and put on a few finishing touches. All right, so there is my first August cover page. Another thing that you could do with this is just add some more excitement to the lettering. You could add a drop shadow, add some white gel pen on the letters, darken up the top, like half of each letter or something like that. That would be really fun too. So over on the next page, I want to do a really nice and bright, vibrant theme. And that's going to be one of my ocean themes. I love doing ocean related themes, and I'm going to be doing some sea turtles with 2 different shades of green, both Crayola Super Tips. I have also done this theme with more like muted greens, which personally is more my speed, but I feel like this bright combination is nice for the summer. So I'm going to start off by writing August in calligraphy, just going across the center here. All right, so next I'm just going to darken up the top half of each letter. I'm using the exact same green and just kind of layering it over top of the letters to make it darker. All right, so we've got the title in. Now I'm gonna draw some turtles kind of moving across the page like this. So I'm gonna take my lighter green first and just do like shell shapes, like kind of the shape of like a guitar pick almost, kind of like an egg, I don't know. I'm just gonna draw a few up there, and then a bunch coming from down here as well, as though they're swimming across the page. So that's the shell. Next, for each one, I'm going to add a little head and some fins, some back fins, and a little tail. So what I love about doodles like this is that they're so small that you really don't need to have much detail. You know, like you don't actually need to know how to draw a turtle to draw these. We're literally just drawing like blobs and saying that they're fins or a head or whatever. All right, so there we've got our turtles moving across the page. I'm going to outline all of them with a black pen and then also just sprinkle some bubbles along this same kind of flowing line. And when I do the bubbles, I usually cluster like 2 or 3 bubbles together. I just like how that looks, but you can do it however you want. All right, so that's all that I'm going to do with my black fine liner. Now again, I'm going to use my white gel pen, and this seriously makes all the difference in a theme like this. I'm just going to draw little designs onto each turtle shell, just kind of random things to fill that space. All right, so you can definitely leave this one just as it is, or of course you could spread your turtles all over the page. You could make them bigger, you could make them moving straight up the side or something like that, do a different title, whatever you want to change it up. I'm gonna go in and add a little border just around the edges using a larger fine liner. So this is a size 05, and I'm just gonna round the corners and add a border 1 dot grid space in from each side. All right, and that is it for the second theme. And even with all the talking and stuff, that one took me 7 minutes to complete. So moving on to the last one here, this one is probably the easiest of all the ones that we're doing today. And it's this little daisy theme, which I have done in quite a few custom journals before. So I'm going to start off with my thick fine liner again. I'm going to be using this fine liner for pretty much the whole theme. And I just want to make kind of a line that's going to act as the ground. So let's see, I'm going to put mine, I think maybe 6 dot grid spaces in, and just kind of, I feel like that's around half on the page. I would do it around half or a little bit lower, but of course you can do it where you want to. So that's where I'll put mine. And like I said, that's just gonna act as the ground for this theme. So I like to start with that. Next, I'm gonna do my heading. So I'm using my Tombow Fudenosuke here, and I'm just gonna write August in calligraphy again. And again, stuff like this is all gonna be linked down in the description box, along with as many discount codes as I can get for you guys. So let's do August. All right, so there's our title. Next, I'm going to take a yellow marker. This is 991, and I'm gonna draw some ovals, and these are gonna act as the center of each of the daisies. So I kind of want them off at different angles, so that my daisies are kind of different heights and not all just like facing the same direction, you know? So I'm gonna squeeze 5 like that. And that's really all like the color that there is in this theme. That's why it's so simple. The rest is gonna be done again with this 05 fine liner. So now I'm just gonna add petals to kind of the bottom side of each daisy. Just like that. I'll do that to all of them. Next, I'm gonna add stems and leaves for all of them. So just coming from the flower, I'm just gonna add a curved stem and then some kind of teardrop sort of shaped leaves. And now that can totally be it. That can be where you stop. I just like to add a few kind of dots around the flowers, just in clusters of 1, 2, or 3. But yeah, you could stop here. You could put them all over the page. You could add more color to like the title or the leaves or something like that. But that's what I like to do for this theme. Just keep it nice and simple. And this cover page literally took me 3 minutes to put together here on camera. So let's just do a really quick flip through here of our themes. We've got a very, very simple minimalist daisy theme here. Then we've got a super vibrant turtle theme with a bunch of green. And then finally we have our more pastel ice cream cone theme for August. Thank you all so much for joining me for some August theme ideas today. Let me know in the comments which one you like the best, and I hope to see you all in my next video.